Lesson 7-7, Changing Customary Units. In this lesson, you learn to change units within the customary system. And when are you ever going to use this? You'll often need to change customary units when you are comparing labels in a grocery store. So words to know in this lesson: fluid ounce, cup, pint, quart, gallon, ounce, pound, and ton. Let's take a look at the example. Kijana, meaning little boy in Swahili, is the first African elephant since 1984 to survive birth in captivity. His mother rejected him, so the keepers at the Oakland Zoo in California decided to raise him. Kijana drinks about 25 quarts of formula a day. That's a lot of milk. How many gallons of formula does he drink each day? Okay, so in this particular problem, you'll need to find out how many gallons are in 25 quarts. It takes 4 quarts to make a gallon. Since you need to find out how many sets of 4 quarts there are in 25 quarts, we divide. So we get 25 divided by 4, okay, will be 6 and 1/4. Why? Because of this. Our remainder would be 1, so that's 6 and 1/4. Okay, so Kijana basically drinks 6 and 1/4 gallons of formula a day. That's a lot of milk. Okay, so the most commonly used customary units of capacity are fluid ounce, cup, pint, quart, and gallon. Okay, and this is the conversion. 1 cup, or C, is equal to 8 fluid ounces of L. Okay, and this is the symbol FL and OZ. 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. 1 quart is 2 pints. 1 gallon, 4 quarts. Okay, I hate to say this, but you need to memorize this. So 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. 1 pint equals 2 cups. 1 quart equals 2 pints. And 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Okay, you need to memorize this chart right here. And there's another one to memorize. So when you talk about weight, okay, these are the customary units of weight: the ounce, the pound, and the ton. 1 pound is 16 ounces, and 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. Again, you need to memorize this. Okay, and there's a rule to change customary units of capacity and weight, and we'll talk about this staircase. First, determine whether you are changing from smaller to larger units or from larger to smaller units. Okay, so if you're changing from smaller to larger units, you divide, meaning if you're going up the staircase, you divide because that's small. Let's think about this ounce being at the very bottom of the staircase because that's the smallest unit. And let's think about the gallons at the top of the staircase because that's the biggest unit. So when you're going up the staircase, you divide. Okay, and then when you're going down the staircase, or from changing from smaller to larger units, okay, you need to multiply. So when you're changing from smaller to larger units, okay, we need to divide, and then we're changing from larger to smaller units, we need to multiply. And then remember, these are the numbers in our little box there. Okay, 8224, and the sequence will be ounce, cup, pint, quart, and gallon. And let's see how this works. Let's take a look at example number 1. Okay, so example number 1, okay, we want to find 5 pints is equal to how many cups. Okay, think first. Okay, each pint equals 2 cups. So that means if you look at our staircase, if you look at our chart, this is how it looks like. Okay, each pint equals 2 cups. Okay, so what do we simply do? Since we are changing from larger unit to a smaller unit, we need to multiply. Therefore, we multiply 5 times 2. That'll give us 10. So 5 pints equals 10 cups. Okay, let's look at our tons. 5,000 pounds is equal to how many tons? Again, look at our little table right here. Okay, 1 pound equals 16 ounces, and 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. let's take a look at this one. Let's think that it takes 2,000 pounds to make a ton. Remember, now we are going from small to large, and if we're going to small to large, we need to divide. Okay, so divide to change from smaller units to larger units. We get 5,000 divided by 2,000, which is 2 and 1/2. Okay, so again, how did we do that? The fastest way of finding 2 and 1/2 is like this. We get 5,000. Remember, the fraction bar indicates division. Okay, so 5,000 over 2,000, all you need to do is simply cross out your zeros. That 0 crosses out with that 0, that 0 with that 0, that 0 with that 0, so you end up with 5 halves. 5 halves as a mixed number would be 2 and 1/2. Okay, that's how you got 2 and 1/2 very fast. So in this case, 5,000 pounds is equal to 2.5 tons. Okay, and let's take a look at gallons. Okay, gallons to pint. Okay, again, we need to think each gallon equals 4 quarts, each quart equals 2 pints. You need to multiply twice. Or let's take a look at the staircase. Okay, so that means if we look at our staircase, if it shows up right here, I don't know why it's not showing up. Oopsie. Okay. Not showing up. Okay. Anyway, if you take a look at our staircase right here, we'll go back here and let me get that and get that for you. This is our staircase. Let me get that. And I'll paste that so that it'll be on one page. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. And we light up everything again. Okay, here we go. 9 gallons equals 2 pints. Okay, again, we think each gallon equals 4 quarts, each quart equals 2 pints. And if I paste my staircase here and V right there, and obviously that's going to be too big, so we make it smaller, put it on the side right here. Okay, so each gallon equals 4 quarts, each quart equals 2 pints. We want to go from gallons to pint. Okay, look at this carefully because this is very interesting. We want to go from gallons to pints. That means from this staircase, we go 1, 2 steps down. And if you notice, once we go 2 steps down, we pass 2 and we pass 4. All we need to do is multiply 2 times 4, okay, which will give us 8. Or it's the same as multiplying by 4 and multiplying by 2, but we can multiply by 8 directly. So we simply multiply 9 times 8, which will give us 72. So 9 gallons is equal to 72 pints. Okay? Let's take a look at example number 4. Miguel estimates that the finches eat 8 ounces of birdseed a day at his feeder. If he buys a 25-pound bag of birdseed, how many days will it last? So let's see. Okay, you know how much the finches eat each day. You need to find out how many days a 25-pound bag of bird seed will last. Okay, so first we need to find the total number of ounces in 25 pounds. Then find how many sets of 8 ounces there are in 25 bag bird seed. And again, we use our we use our chart for this one. Okay. So this is what we need to do. We need to solve 25 pounds is equal to how many ounces. Okay, I think we're using the wrong chart because we need to use our staircase. Okay, and let me get and paste my staircase here. Okay, there we go. We're going to get our staircase right here. Pounds. Okay, ounces in pounds, or we need to use this one, the other one, this one I think. Oh yes, 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So this one we need to use right here. So let me get that one. I'm going to clone that thing. I'm going to bring it down here. So we all have 3 charts. Okay, we can't go wrong now because we have 3 charts. Okay, well, why did that suddenly come out? Now this one, we need to clone this one right here. Clone. You know what? I'll just pull it down here. Right here. So we won't get confused. Okay? So we are going from 25 pounds to ounces, bigger units to smaller units, so we need to multiply. So we need to multiply it by 16 because 1 pound equals 16 ounces. It gives us 400. Okay, there are 400 ounces in 25-pound bird seed. Okay, and then after that, after getting 400 ounces, we need to get that 400 and divide that by 8. Okay, because we need to find how many sets of 8 ounces there are. So 400 divided by 8 will give you 50. Okay, so the bags of bird seed will last around 50 days. So again, check your answer to see if your answer makes sense. Think 8 times 50 equals 400. So 50 days is a reasonable answer. Okay? And the secret word for this lesson will be elephant. The secret word is elephant. And that is the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching.